time for some Real Talk.
Some new movies to let you know about in Real Talk, thanks to our partners at MJR Digital Cinema. Greg Russell back with us this week. Thanks for being here, Greg.
Always a pleasure.
And he brought cake!
I brought cake. We're going to cut the cake just a little bit.
I love it. I love it. Keep going.
No, that's all right.
Messing with you. I wish I knew what that was from. What is that from, y'all?
It's a song called Cut the Cake by Average White.
Yep, AWB.
Ah.
We might have it in the system. If Mike was fast enough, he could dig it out since he was. Since he found Mary J. Blige just fine so fast.
All right.
Wow, we built this city.
Yeah, of course he did. What is Angel Has Fallen or Has Fallen?
It is the third movie in the Gerard Butler series of Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and now Angel Has Fallen.
I thought that the original did so poorly that there was.
Oh, no, that it
made money?
Yeah.
Wow.
It made money, then London made money, so this one will just keep it going. He's a Secret Service agent. He always takes care of the president, and in this movie it's Morgan Freeman. But all of a sudden, somebody decides to put out some misinformation about him, where he now has to clear himself.
That's
but
exciting.
I got to talk to him all about it, and here's what they said.
You save Washington, then London. Now you got to save yourself.
No, I know. No, I love this direction that
Yeah.
we've taken because we did say, look, I never knew we were going to make two movies. The first one went so well, and suddenly we thought we really have a character here, and we have a great idea for a story. So we took it to London. It just all got out of control and crazy. But then in the third one, we said, well, look, we don't want to give up and all that crazy action and really taking the audience on a ride. But what about deepening the journey and going into the man himself and seeing the struggles that he has, and then putting that on this kind of global level?
You guy finally becomes president, and all hell breaks loose.
Well, that's the way of life, ain't it? You know, I always said that this side of this line is weighted, and I think that's the same thing that happened with Trumbull. I mean, his presidency is weighted.
Ron, then even for you, Nick, we find out that you're Gerard's character's dad, but you guys hadn't been together for the longest time either.
Well, I tried to get out of the way and neglect the dad part. But oddly enough, he's close enough.
She may have been with the, FBI, but she wasn't sitting behind the desk.
It was a trip because I hadn't realized when I actually read the script that every single scene I'm in a heightened state. You know what I mean? Because you just read it and you're like, oh, this is really dope, you know? And it's like you get on set and you're like, why am I so tired?
What's up, girl?
Hey.
I'll let them have their moment. So what did you think of this movie?
You know, I enjoyed it like we've said before. You know what you're getting when you're going
Right.
in. Because, I mean, if anybody goes, it wasn't realistic, duh. I mean, nobody's going to get hit by a car at full speed, roll, and get up and run. So.
Nick Nolte seemed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does he do in the movie?
He does well in the movie because he plays Gerard Butler's character's dad.
Okay.
And he himself was kind of like an agent or spy, you know, whichever way you want to look at it. So they reconnect. And Morgan Freeman as president, still my vote, sir.
Don't come in here.
I love it.
John Doe has the upper hand.
That's right.
How many reels?
We'll give it a 4. 4 for fun.
Okay,
It's
4 for
fun,
fun.
you know?
And you know what you're going to get, kind of thing.
Right.
Right.
Okay, next up, we have the Peanut Butter Falcon. Huh?
Yeah, a very interesting movie. It's all about this young man who has Down syndrome.
Okay.
He's living in an adult facility, and he just wants to get out. He wants to escape because he wants to be a wrestler. He wants to be a kid. So he makes his way out. He runs into Shia LaBeouf's character, and Shia LaBeouf's guy is just as low as a person can get, you know, in life. And so they form this unlikely friendship. And then Dakota Johnson, she's like one of the workers at the home that he escapes from. She goes out to look for him, and then boom, she winds up joining the group. So it's kind of this whole neat thing where there are these three people who, on the outside, you look at it and think they should never, ever be friends. But it's really good. He does get to wrestle, and he wrestles, and I'll tell you who it is off camera, a wrestler who we all grew up with.
Oh, wow.
In the movie. So it's really neat.
So this feels like a heartstring tugger.
It is, and a guy named Tim Zajaros, who's from here, from Michigan, is one of the producers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so really nice guy. Got to talk with him at his Q&A the other night and actually host it. And yeah, it's a good movie.
This seems like it would have me all in my feels, which I like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You just,
Well, how many reels then?
4, because it's
4 reels for feels.
4 reels for
4 reels for feels. Woo, woo, woo.
Aw, you guys know I'm a sap.
And
Sorry.
finally, the independent film Brittany Runs a Marathon. What's this all about?
This is all about, I mean, honestly, these are all good movies this weekend. All about a young lady who you know, just isn't in shape and just down on her luck, depressed with herself. And all of a sudden she has an accident where she has to, you know, rehab.
Oh, wow.
And so once she does that, she starts walking, then gets into running, and things just begin to change in her life, which is fantastic. Got to talk with them as well, and here we go.
Your character, hey, she had to get stuff going and get it together, and she found out running was something fun.
Yeah,
For
she
her.
she, you know, wasn't
A
sure
good
at
fun.
first, probably,
Right.
and then stuck with it and started feeling better and wanted to keep doing it. It's really a story about a person choosing themselves for the first time.
Yeah.
And choosing to do something that feels good for them.
Then also she had all these great people in her life who just wanted to, you know, push her, but at times she kind of pushed them away. Because like when you first got together and then after you kind of realized, hey, I like you, then it was like, just kind of
Yeah, yeah, it's sort of a lesson. She learns the lesson as well of like building intimacy with people and building trust. And Rel's character says it so perfectly in the film. And when people offer you help, you got to take it
Right.
at a certain point. And when she finally does, I think that's our big aha, like, that's when we root for her the whole movie.
And in a lot of ways, she's so easy to be around and funny and wonderful, but we see that there's more past her, and she just has to be able to see it for herself.
Right. Because like you said, a lot of times you'll look at people from the outside, like your character again. She's upstairs, she's got this great business, you know, looks good, has everything going. But in reality, she's got
She's going through
real
hell.
issues.
Yeah, she's going through hell, and you know, she's just like feels this responsibility to say like, hey, I'm kind of coming out the other side of something really difficult. I'm just gonna leave this here.
This looks like another really good movie.
It really is another one of those feel good, you know, type things, and also it's got a person you like in it too.
Michaela Watkins, there at the end of the interview on the right, she was on SNL for a very short time, probably underutilized, but she had one of my all-time favorite characters, the blogger Angie Tempura.
Aha!
Please.
Jason is a big. Every time she comes on anything, he's like, "Don't you remember her from? Did you see her on the Hulu series that she recently
Yes.
had? Oh, super good."
I tweeted her, and she tweeted back.
Oh, yeah?
She say,
Whoa!
You holding out on us? What'd she say? What'd she say?
She
Thank
said,
you.
thank you so much, because
Okay.
got a bunch of people around the computer, and we watched that skit from SNL, and everybody was falling
Oh,
out laughing.
great!
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, how many reels?
4. So like I said, this is just a 4 weekend because you'll enjoy any of these movies if you go out and see them. So.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about your giveaway.
Well, we'll start out with from Angel Has Fallen. We have got this great backpack right here. Also, this wristband, like the one I'm wearing, it's got a compass on it and a little bit of a file and the name of it, as well as something you put your keys on.
Cool.
Also, this nice, cool tumbler. So, and this is the type that keeps your drink cold all day or warm all day.
Nice.
So you've got that, as well as the backpack, of course. Then also from the Peanut Butter Falcon, a great t-shirt just like the one I'm wearing.
Something makes me think I'm gonna cry watching that movie, but that's okay. Let's move on.
It'll
What
be
else
a
you got?
good cry.
Okay.
Then also from the new movie Ready or Not, which is coming out. Actually, I got a t-shirt, a bunch of t-shirts actually, to give away from that movie, as well as something for all of us to enjoy up here.
Okay.
A beautiful cake.
Are you going to cut the cake?
I'm going to cut the cake just a little bit. Ready?
One.
Okay, and here we go. And
Ooh, is that a raspberry
I was
filling?
going to say, it's got a raspberry filling, and I think it's supposed to be like something else, because this is a weird movie about this couple that gets married, and the family has a weird tradition. So
What do they do? You can't tell us?
you've got one night to survive, and
Oh no, they're like the people who, murder marriages.
Right.
Dun dun dun.
Greg's giveaways. Just go to our Live in the D Facebook page or the contest page at clickondetroit.com. Contest rules are posted there as well.
That's right. To see the list of show times at the MJR digital cinemas near you, go to their website, mjrtheaters.com. And remember, MJR Theaters has $5 Ticket Tuesday.
Notice the fancy spelling of
Yes,
theater.
sir.
It's R-E-S in the end as opposed to E-R.
Not spelling it all wrong like me.
Coming up next, the place where you can... Greg, what's going on over there?
dropping cake.
Oh boy.